What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh, Shazam! Have you seen that with the genie?
That's not a horror movie.
Yeah, but you not seen the shit acting it has in it. Stay tuned. Hey YouTube, it is I, Random Ross. So I'm here today because it is another Top 10 Countdown. That's right. So, this week I'm doing Top 10 Horror Monsters of the 90s. All voted by the Horror Amino community that's voted for the previous Top 10 list over the past couple of weeks, because this is a series of Top 10s spanning the decades. If you don't know what Horror Amino is by now, there are links in the description below. It's a free app that you can download for free, and if you're a massive horror fan, or into creepypastas or special effects or anything like that, or even fan fiction, then that's horror related, then, you know, join today. So yes, here we are, the top 10 horror monsters of the 90s. Let's go. Alright, so, at number 10, you all voted Frankensteins Monster, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, 1994. Played by Robert De Niro, this version of the monster. The film starring, well, Robert De Niro, Kenneth Branagh and Helena Bonham Carter. This takes more of a graphic, more detailed take on Mary Shelley's classic novel. What have we got at number 9, At number 9, it is The Sandman, Sleepstalker, 1995. This is probably more of a lesser known horror film, or more of a forgotten gem, but I think it's a classic. It's, you know, this serial killer called the Sandman who kills this kid's parents, and then many years later, on death row, he dies. And then he performs a ritual and is resurrected as the Sandman. He's literally made of sand. And he tries to kill our protagonist, Griffin. But we think, why does he want to kill him for? Well, because he killed his parents. But he discovers there's more to him and the Sandman than meets the eye. What have we got at number 8? Number 8, it is the Leprechaun, 1992, played by Warwick Davis. You know, he's one of the smallest actors, but one of the brilliant actors we've got. You know, a mischievous little leprechaun creature that's meant to bring you good luck, but this one brings you hell. Yes, the film starred Warwick Davis and Jennifer Aniston. Yes, that's right, a pre-Friends Jennifer Aniston. Okay, so, what is at our number 7 spot, eh?
I started working here when I was 16.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulty there. Anyway, yeah, at number 7 we have Count Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, 1992. Now, you're probably thinking, Dracula and Frankenstein, these have all been in previous top 10s, but they're all different takes and different versions of the iconic characters. But this is my way of saying that what Bram Stoker and Mary Shelley created are immortal masterpieces, and their work still is talked about, still read about to this very day. So yes, this version of Dracula was played by Gary Oldman, who brought a more gothic, more romantic, more demonish, more devilish take on the classic vampire we all know as Count Dracula. Also, it was Bram Stoker that invented like the modern day vampire, giving them supernatural abilities such as shape-shifting and flight and stuff. So yes, number 7 is Dracula. What is next at our number 7 pick?
Okay, we're gonna do one more.
Shit. There we go. At number 6 we have Imhotep, The Mummy, 1999. This version played by Arnold Summetover. I can't remember his name, but it's Arnold Summit, and he's a South African actor who played Imhotep in the 1999 reboot of The Mummy and reprised his role for the 2001 sequel, The Mummy Returns, playing Imhotep, having the slow, regeneration into more human-like. So yeah, Imhotep. What do we have in our 5th spot? Well, here it is. At number 5 we have Candyman, 1992. Now I don't want to say his name 5 times in the minute because they'll bloody come for me. So yes, portrayed by Timothy Todd, this is a cult classic. A former slave who fell in love with a white woman and was tortured and stung to death by bees and had his hand chopped off and replaced with a hook. Now whenever you say his name 5 times in the mirror, he comes for you. Based on a short story written by the great Clive Barker. Also, in the film, he finds a fixation with one of the investigators investigating the murders of him. And, of course, he believes that the detective Helen is his lover reincarnated. Yes. Here's an actual fact for you as well. Do you know that Tony Todd had real bees in his mouth and avoided a lot of stings because he was really, really calm? It's a true fact. Look that up. So yes, Candyman. And I've just said it 3 times. I'm not going to say it more than 5. I'm not going to say it any more than 4. Okay, so let's move on to our 4th runner-up, eh? At number 4, we have Tiffany, the Bride of Chucky. Brought to life by Jennifer Tilly, who is 58 this year or something. I know, she's done well. She looks real good for her age, 58. Anyway, yes, Tiffany, a woman who rebuilt Chucky and performed the voodoo spell which brought him back to life. Chucky managed, she wants to keep Chucky as a little pet, but then he breaks out, kills her in the bath, and brings her back as an evil killer doll like him. It's sort of like a romantic love story, also marking the 10th anniversary of Child's Play. And I thought it was funny, but I did like the Seed of Chucky better. So yes, that was Tiffany, the Bride of Chucky, 1998. What do we got next in the countdown? Well, I'll tell you what we got. We have Ghostface, Scream, 1996. Yes, the serial killer known as Ghostface from in the small fictional town of Woodsboro. Now, Scream was actually inspired by a real-life killer. He was. Look it up. It's true. So, yes, all 4 films directed by the late Wes Craven. God rest his soul. Ghostface, one of the most clumsiest mass murderers, I'd say, in horror history. He trips over his robe and has very limited vision. The identity of Ghostface has been pursued by 4 actors in each of the sequels, even spawning a TV series produced by Wes Craven before he passed. But yes, in the 1996 film, it was Sidney's boyfriend Billy Loomis and his mate Stu, who were both Ghostface. And yeah, I lost my virginity to that film. Horror virginity, the first real horror film I saw. That wasn't Scooby-Doo. Okay, let's move on from it now and go to our runner-up, 2nd place. Who is it? Hey. At number 2 it is Pennywise, Stephen King's It, 1990. Now this was like a 2-part miniseries TV feature movie based on his book, starring the great Tim Curry as the evil clown Pennywise.
They all float down here.
A demonic presence that really just looks like a big spider-like creature that's not really scary at all. But it was Pennywise that made us scared of clowns. You know, I mean, Wayne Gacy is like the godfather of horror clowns. Pennywise really made you scared of clowns, crawling through the drains and the sewers. Yes, taking the shape of fears.
You all taste so much better when you're afraid.
So yes, Pennywise, Stephen King's It. And that is a common phobia to this very day, claustrophobia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but yes, number 2, Pennywise, Stephen King's It, 1990. Okay, so do we have any honourable mentions? I would say Buffalo Bill. Yeah. So, okay, 1 honourable mention to Buffalo Bill, The Silence of the Lambs. So, what did the Horror Amino Guy community vote for number 1? Of course, it is Hannibal Lecter. Yes. First portrayed by Brian Cox in the 1986 film Manhunter, and then recasted and rebooted for the 1991 film The Silence of the Lambs, portrayed by Anthony Hopkins with that sharp, sinister look, that smart, calm tone, and his psychological knowledge. Interrogated by trainee FBI agent Clarice. The film, well, gained a sequel 10 years later, Hannibal, and a prequel the year after, Red Dragon, and another prequel, Hannibal Rising, even a TV series called Hannibal, which was unfortunately cancelled after 3 seasons, but I weren't really into that series. But The Silence of the Lambs is probably my favourite Hannibal Lecter film, and yes, it is a cult classic. So yes, that is who you voted as your number 1. Dr. Hannibal Lecter, The Silence of the Lambs, 1991. So, that was our list. Well, that was the top 10 horror monsters of the 90s. So, what are your top favourite top 10 horror monsters of the 90s? You know, do you have a favourite? Let me know in the comments. Also, please like, share, comment. I just said that, comment. Please like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you after this one. Also, you can follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, which will be linked down below, so you can stay up to date with me and what I get up to outside of YouTube. So yes, till next time, bye friends.
See you in your dreams. Oh, come back anytime. Bring your friends.